Hey, what's up, guys? Sanjay here. So today's video, we're going to talk about whether or not courses are bullshit, and what I really think about investing in yourself. First of all, let me just be completely honest with you. There's a lot of things that you can learn for free on YouTube or just Google search that you don't need to spend $1,000 for. I think a lot of people who are getting started out in internet marketing or even in just business or anything in general, they think that everything is behind like some closed door that that a bunch of that the experts are guarding very, very closely. That's not necessarily true. Really, the experts, all they're doing that's different than you is, one, they're spending way more money than you, and two, they're testing way more, which is super important. They're testing something new every single day, and that's kind of the main thing. And they're also on different ad platforms. So it's obviously a lot easier for you to make Facebook ads work if you have a huge buyer list that you get from Google AdWords. So that's another thing. Now, like all educational material that I read, about 80% is fluff and about 20% is actually useful information that I can actually apply. So let's say, I took a very, very famous internet marketer's course. I won't mention the name, but, you know, his stuff was great, but the problem was at my particular level, that was pretty much completely irrelevant to me. Or there was some stuff that I already knew. Like anyone would know if they knew how to connect their internet to their freaking computer. It was super basic stuff or super advanced stuff that I didn't even really need to know about at my current level. So because obviously these people want to sell as many courses as possible, it's really hard to pinpoint the most useful information for you at your level at that exact same stage. So if you get a lifetime access to that course, you can obviously, depending on what level you are, you can just keep revisiting it. But my recommendation to you is to actually pay more for consulting, actually have someone walk you through, because a lot of times it's much better to get personalized help as opposed to, doing it yourself. I know I'm terrible at asking for help, but it's a lot better. So when I was learning how to play golf, I hired a golf pro to essentially work on my swing, and that massively improved my game as opposed to I was getting these golf programs online where I'd watch people analyze my swing, and then I would go to the range and try to do it myself. Instead of doing that, I just saved one. I saved a lot of money, and two, I saved a lot of my time, which is way more important to me. By just having someone just walk me through, like, hey, this is exactly what you're doing. Lift your head up, all that good stuff, and that applies to anything, including starting your own business. Second thing I want to say, a little story that I talked about in my very first video. It's about the California Gold Rush. Okay, it's super relevant, it might seem like, but in reality, when the California Gold Rush happened in 1849, people from all over the world came to try and find gold and get rich quick. But the people who made the most money were the people who sold them shovels. And since they weren't the ones looking for the gold, they were the ones who were essentially selling the dream of making money by supplying these people with jeans, shovels, whatever. They became known as shovel sellers. A very famous one is Levi Strauss from Levi Jeans. Obviously, that business is still around, but he was a quote-unquote shovel/jeans seller. But you can see a very, very stark similarity between the current internet startup scene and that gold rush, where because the gold rush was such a level playing field, you just had to show up there and just look for gold. Same way here. Back 30 years ago, if you wanted to start a business and you wanted to run advertising, you had to, one, hire a copywriter to write a script. You had to hire actors, film the commercial, and then buy airtime. Now you can just go on Canva for free, create an ad, and then get on Facebook and test it for $5 a day and still be able to scale your business. So the playing field is as level as ever. So my recommendation to you guys is, yes, invest in yourself, but invest in yourself with experiences, not words. The world reacts to you based on what you do, not what you think. I can think all these strategies in my mind, but if I don't do them and don't realize how the world reacts to them, I'm not getting anywhere. So my number one thing for you guys is essentially keep testing and keep trying new things, and slowly learn. I think a lot of people want to they essentially think that everything is behind this closed door, and once it's kind of like opening Pandora's box or something. You open it up and all this stuff just goes into your head, and then now you just go from beginner to expert. No, that's not how that works. You essentially have to just spend a lot of money or at least a lot of time or a lot of other people's money, which is kind of what I did, in order to get better at this. This is like anything. It's like playing the piano. You just have to keep doing it over and over and over and over again, until it just becomes second nature to you. So my opinion on courses, there's a lot of fucking YouTube videos out there, my channel including. A lot of the videos that I include, not trying to self hype myself up, but you'll see the exact same video in a course, them talking about it, and they'll charge you like $500 and it's free on YouTube. But my humble opinion is always one, trade experiences or get consulting, which is where you're trading someone else's experiences for time, or excuse me, for money. So that's my main thing for you guys, is to really just focus on actually the doing, and not so much of trying to get things in here and focusing on the thinking. Because if you focus on the doing, that's what the world reacts to. And so, that's kind of the quick video that I had for today, because we just had Memorial Day here in the US, and I got a email, my inbox got blasted with all these gurus and entrepreneurs trying to sell me their, $9.97 info product. And so that's kind of what got me thinking, like, because, most educational things, books included, they're like 80-90% fluff, with just stories to hammer in the main points, and then 10% of actual value. That 90% is just stories and other anecdotes from that person's life. So for my experience, you need to obviously get your own stories, and the only way you're going to do that is just to get in there and just get to work and just keep grinding, keep hustling. So yeah guys, that's the video for today. I hope you guys found a lot of value out of it. As you can see, this is not the usual video setup. I actually shoot the videos in my living room, but we're actually in my freaking office space. This is where the magic more or less happens. As you can see, apparently I'm terrible at finishing food. I just took a bite out of that apple and some of that pizza. But anyway, if you guys found any value out of this video, be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. If you have any questions or don't agree with what I just said, or want any opinions on certain courses that I could probably try and check out and give you my opinion on, be sure to leave them in the comments below. I answer all questions personally. But yeah guys, hopefully I can introduce this as sort of a new format where I just sort of sit in front of my computer and just sort of give you my my opinion on a lot of things in the entrepreneurial world. And obviously you guys can get a little glimpse of the startup life. Maybe I'll start vlogging. Oh god. But yeah guys, that's all I have for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, keep grinding, keep hustling. Take care. Bye.